Today we commence the observation of Agriculture Month 2021. I want to recognize the contribution of our farmers, fisher folks, agri-businesses who toil and labor every day to ensure we have food available and accessible. You are helping to build a strong and diverse Guyana. We observe Agriculture Month under the theme Transforming Our Agriculture Systems, Achieving Food and Nutrition Security. This theme is quite appropriate given the dire need to change our agriculture and food system so that it addresses the many food security challenges encountered due to the COVID-19 pandemic since March 2020 and then the unprecedented floods in May-June 2021. During October, we join in with the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization to celebrate World Food Day on the 16th of October under the theme Our Actions Are Our Future, Better Production, Better Nutrition, a Better Environment, and a Better Life, reminding us to choose food that will positively affect our health and our planet. This choice will ultimately impact on the way our agri-food systems work. As we look to the future, Guyana will emerge as an oil-based economy. However, agriculture will remain the bedrock and a key sector in our economy. Our vision for the agriculture sector is to have a competitive, dynamic, and diversified, environmentally sustainable agri-food system by 2025. To achieve this vision, the agriculture and food system sector in Guyana must be repositioned and transformed. To build a diversified and competitive agriculture sector with increase in production and exports and reduction in food inputs. To address the impacts of climate change with resilience infrastructure by improvements in drainage system, farm-level risk management system for rice, livestock and cash crop farmers, and implementation of National Mangrove Management Action Plan. To increase access and satisfaction in agri-service delivery, especially extension services, and to enable agri-businesses to access markets by improvements of the ease of doing business, environment and implementation of traceability system for crops and livestock. I believe if we focus on these four priorities, we will begin to modernize the sector, to change the image of the sector, and to start the transformation process. Guyana's agriculture sector has suffered from the economic shocks caused by COVID-19, as stated above, and the floods of May, June of this year. Our farmers have been greatly affected. As a relief mechanism, the government has begun the distribution of the cash grant to persons who were affected by the flooding. To date, over 27,000 crops, livestock farmers, and households were affected, and we have started distributing assistance. Additionally, the Ministry of Agriculture will be providing assistance through genetic improvements, drainage and irrigation work, technical support, and extension services. We need forward-thinking, game-changing approaches for the agri-food system transformation. Everyone has a role as we diversify and de-risk the agriculture sector. Today, Guyanese agriculture is greatly productive, largely due to the resilience of our farmers and fishers. However, to move to the next level, we cannot keep doing agriculture the way it has been done over the years. We need to be more innovative, to have a high uptake in technology that will transform and modernize our food system. We need the private sector also to be prepared to buy local and reduce imports of similar products. As a country, we are importing too many commodities that can be produced locally. Transforming the agri-food system will require significantly greater public financing as well as private capital from national, regional, and international partners. International support, institutions, and bilateral partners will be critical to ensuring a more resilient agriculture sector through financing, technology, and creating an enabling environment. The government of Guyana stands committed to ensuring that the right solutions are implemented. The government will continue to work to ensure that Guyana's agri-food system is resilient and sustainable, and that we are not only food secure, but that we continue to be a leader in agriculture matters and eventually the food basket once again of the Caribbean. As in 2020, we are observing Agriculture Month in the midst of social restrictions caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Therefore, many of our activities this year again for Agriculture Month will be held virtually or in limited small gatherings in regional outreaches. I join with my colleague Minister of Health and plead with our citizens to protect yourself by getting vaccinated, keeping your mask on and social distancing as we combat COVID-19 together. We look forward to the participation of all our partners as we celebrate Agriculture Month 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, let me wish you a bright and successful month of activities. On behalf of the Ministry of Agriculture and the organizer, I wish you a happy Agriculture Month 2021. Thank you for your attention.
Hello and welcome to another special presentation of the Ministry of Agriculture as we seek to showcase the schedule of activities for Agriculture Month 2021. We're showcasing the work of the agencies of the Ministry of Agriculture, but more importantly, the work of our partners in agriculture, the FAO and ICA. We will be hearing from them on this edition of Agriculture Month in Focus about some of the activities they've got planned to celebrate this month of October, designated Agriculture Month. We have with us the lone lady in the group and a very good friend of agriculture in Guyana, Dr. Gillian Smith of the FAO. I'd like to welcome you to this short program. We have from ICA, Mr. Arnold de Mendoza, and of course, he'll be sharing with us some of the activities that ICA will be engaging in for this month. And from the National Drainage and Irrigation Authority, which has played a critical role in mitigating against the extensive flooding which the nation suffered recently, we have the acting CEO, Mr. Hicks, Dave Hicks. Welcome to this special program. So we'll start off with your agency. You've been involved in every aspect of drainage and irrigation and mitigation efforts across the country. How are you going to showcase the work of your agency during the month of October?
All right. Thank you for having me on the program. Well, NDIA, as you mentioned, we have a lot of responsibilities with regards to drainage and irrigation. And our main focus for the Agriculture Month activities will be on maintenance of the DNI system. And in this regard, we have a pilot area that we want to launch a cleanup campaign in Region 6. Last year, this activity was done on this bandstand area by the seawalls. So we hope to move into another region this year with the intentions of eventually launching simultaneous campaigns in the future across the region. The Secretary Beach and surrounding areas is started this year, which will include provision of bins, cleanup by the staff, and other activities such as drains and so on. In addition to that, for the youths, we have a program, a drawing and an essay competition, which was started last year, and we received a lot of entries for that and very good depiction of the DNI system, and we hope to continue with that this year. We have added another feature, more of like the social feature where persons from communities can clean up their surroundings and post it on our Facebook page. And this competition will entail which sets of photos or cleanup campaign gets the most likes. A prize will be given to them. On the work-related side, we're hoping to launch our Region 1 operations. We think this is the right month for that launch, and we'll be sending in an excavator to Region 1, and this will be the start or the commencement of NDIA Region 1 operations. And we hope to use this equipment to heighten flood embankments and to enhance the drainage system in areas such as Mabarumo, Mukura, and so on. From the personnel and staff development side, coming out of the recent floods and the COVID situation, we hope to, we had intended initially to have more like a performance meeting in one of the resorts, but due to COVID and the situation we have in the country, we had to push that back. We will more be looking towards possibly a COVID relief package for our staff, such as vitamins, cleaning supplies, and so on, just to help with the situation that we're going through right now.
I want to thank you very much for that very detailed breakdown of your activities and events. And of course, the dates and times for those events will be broadcast in social media platforms as well as on local television radio stations.
Yes.
All right. Dr. Smith, you've been one of our most loved partners in agriculture. Maybe just because of you, who knows? So what does the FAO have planned for? I know you have your World Food Day celebration on the 16th, but share with us some of the activities you've got planned this year.
Thank you very much. And we are always here to provide support to the ministry and Guyana in the celebration of Agriculture Month. I really think this is one of the most interesting things about Guyana, that there is an entire month that is dedicated to highlighting agriculture and, by extension, I'm going to say food systems as well. So for FAO, the most important part of this month is going to be clearly World Food Day, which is celebrated on October 16th all over the world. And Guyana is one of the countries that has always gone the extra mile to ensure that World Food Day is well highlighted. This year, the theme for World Food Day is transforming food systems, achieving food security and nutrition. And it's really appropriate given everything that Guyana is currently happening in Guyana, because even as there is this great sense of urgency and Guyana continues to transform in its new economy, in which agriculture is going to continue to play an important role, there have been a few setbacks caused by the flooding, caused by COVID-19. And this is a great moment to stop a little bit and to celebrate and reflect and highlight the fact that Guyana has this resilience and that the agriculture system, despite the knocks that it has been getting, is now recovering, responding, moving forward and moving towards, I think, this great potential that there is to be achieved, and that this very ambitious agenda that has been set for agriculture and food systems. Because of COVID this year, unfortunately, we won't be able to have the usual interaction, the face-to-face interaction that we have had in the past with World Food Day. We won't be able to do that. We won't be able to have the agencies go out. It will all have to be virtual. And the Ministry of Agriculture is leading the program to develop what will be the World Food Day celebration. And I understand it's going to be all virtual, but nonetheless quite exciting. There will be a ceremony that's going to mark World Food Day with the remarks by the Honorable Minister of Agriculture. And I will also prepare and provide remarks and reflections from FAO's headquarters as well through our Director General. Beyond that, I understand that there will also be information shared with the public to highlight the story of the resilience and the success and the recovery of the agriculture sector and the food sector here in Guyana against COVID, and as well particularly against the recent floods. Finally, I understand there is also going to be I would call it an entertaining component of it, where there will be a competition. The competition between the agriculture agencies is going to continue, albeit it will move to a virtual platform, but it will be very interesting. And the agencies are going to highlight their skills, their culinary skills, working in I would say in the framework of the International Year of Fruits and Vegetables, which is this year, And the challenge that they're taking on is preparing an affordable, healthy meal using a selected fruit and a selected vegetable. I am hoping that they will invite me to be one of the judges. I was a judge in a year past and it was incredibly delicious. So that's essentially it in a nutshell, and more information we will provide as we go along. We're working with some of the agencies, for example, Guyana Rice Development Board, to highlight or launch some of the work we have done over this year, and we will provide more information as the week goes on and as the month unfolds.
All right, thank you very much for that update. Mr. Arnold de Mendoza, your schedule of activities for the month of October.
Thank you very much, Mr. Holder. Indeed, it's a pleasure for me to be here to represent ICA. ICA has been here for quite a while. As a matter of fact, we'll be celebrating our anniversary. I think it's 78 or 79 years as an institution and 40-something years being in Guyana. And this time our celebrations will be a part of the CWA activities, which will happen in the weeks of the 4th to the 8th of October. A number of activities have been planned throughout the region, and we encourage the Guyanese public, technicians and so on, to register for this virtual activity. Apart from that, the ICA office in Guyana has also planned a number of activities. I think when I calculated them all, there were like about 16 activities, details of which will be placed on our Facebook page so that persons who are interested can be a little bit more informed as to the dates and the times. But what's jumping out at me, as in terms of my memory, there will be, for the CWA, we will be having a webinar on the African swine fever. That will be during CWA. And I am also remembering that what was important is that we're also doing some work on some trials with rice with the GRDB for fortified rice. So we'll have a discussion on that, giving the public some knowledge about it. Also on the cards would be some cost of production training. Again, this being virtually, and we will try to, we will be doing it in partnership, and ICA likes to have partnership with all agencies, all institutions that have the same mandate and the thought process as we do. And for these two areas of intervention, we will be working with the new GMC for a cost of production training for agro-processors, and then we'll also be working with the Guyana GLDA for a cost of production aimed at the methodology of calculating the cost of production specifically for livestock farmers. So we'll be basically looking at how much it would cost for poultry and possibly for pigs. At a later date, we probably will go for dairy and the other livestock areas. So it will be a packed activity, and as I said initially, details of which will be on our Facebook page. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you all for taking the time to come sit with me and share with our viewers your program of activities for the month of October. For those of you at home, thank you for staying with us over the past 50 minutes or so as we sought to bring you up to date on what's happening in the month of October. We'll keep you updated on schedules and so on via the usual sources, social media, local television, and radio. Until next time, I'm Christopher Holder saying so long. See you around.